What's good? It's Simba. So I have a really informative video for y'all. I talked a little bit about the Marine Kingdom. You know what I mean? But I found some really, really good information. A great speaker, somebody who knows how to express some truths out here. So you feel me? I'm not gonna hold you too long. You feel me? Just give me a little bit of your time. We're gonna swag out a little bit, and I understand that a lot of people, they just feel like everything is cause and effect, and it's very, very surface level, and nothing happens spiritually. At least it's just about the energy. You know what I mean? That's how most people think. Like if I'm putting out good energy, I'm gonna get back like better energy. You feel me? But you have to understand that um things happen in the spiritual world before they happen in the physical world. You know what I mean? Like it's just like your thoughts. Like let's say if I'm coming down the court, right? That crossover happened in my head first. I might have put that baby over here, looked at you like this, one like, you're a goner. But listen, let me tell you, that first started from your imagination, started from the spiritual realm first. So those who are, babies to, this understanding about spirituality and following God and following Jesus, you feel me? Listen, all it takes is just one step. And then all it takes is just asking for, confirmation and more information. So, so then you feel protected by invincibility, because that's what God is, invincibility. And why not? You feel me? Especially if you're a special individual. Especially if you're a special individual. Everybody's special in their own way. But especially if you're a special individual, bro, because especially if you know how to make music, and you're smart and you're charismatic, and you know what I mean, you know how to own a room, you know how to make people feel comfortable, make people feel warm, you're just talented, beautiful, strong, determined, dedicated, all of that, you know what I mean? Like, if anybody deserves, you know what I mean, like, to be on God's team, it's somebody like you. But you have to understand, God is, he's the ultimate. There's no words to describe. It's just like, it just keeps on getting better and better until infinity. You feel me? God is just infinity. You feel me? Like, so yeah, man. You feel me? So I just want to, share this with y'all because, man, this is really important stuff. You feel me? This is really important stuff. And understanding how things started off, you know what I mean? Like how like the angels mixed with with regular humans, they made giants, but then they also were going to the fishes and they were, procreating with them, and because it was too much chaos because of these giants and all the evil on earth, God had to create a flood. Noah's Ark came about, and God told him to bring, 2 of every original animal, and all the other creatures that were made, they were supposed to drown in the flood. And also when these watchers, these angels, were mixing in with these regular human women because they wanted to make them their wives or brides and stuff. They were teaching them witchcraft. They were teaching them cantations, sage. Like this is just what it is. Like I know a lot of times, even myself, I heard like, this religion was pushed up on y'all, and see our people, they they celebrate this, and they're just trying to make it demonized and stuff. But that's why, I always say one thing. I'm like, hey, if you really want to know, and you're really, really serious, just ask God, and He will show you. You feel me? He will show you. He'll show you. He will show you. He will for sure show you. And understanding about what was in the Bible too. There was the age of Aries, which was like back in the days, right, when there was like a lot of wars and stuff. You feel me? I know a lot about, not too much, but I know like the basics of zodiacs, and I understand the different characteristics of each one. How there's the fire signs, water signs, air signs, and earth signs. Earth signs are about, building, structure, and detail. You feel me? Building, which would be the Taurus. Structure, which would be like maintaining the structure, would be, actually ruling the structure, being the CEO of the structure, would be Capricorn, and the details of how everything works, will be the Virgo, and then you got the wind, you got the air signs, that's communication. You feel me? The masters of communication. We got the rebellious one, who just does his own thing, but at the same time is always trying to question things and wonder, like, why is it like this? Well, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna find out, and I'm gonna bring it back because I love my people, but I think on my own, right? That would be the Aquarius, and the Gemini, which is like the twins in both, just super informative, and pretty much like sour, what are those Sour Patch, like the evil, like the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? They have two characteristics. So like it's just like a duality, which is different out of this world. And then we got Libra. The balance and scale. So I'm not really going to talk too much about that because I don't know too much about it, but I understand it's about like love and communication, and these are like the head, like these are like the head of the air signs. We got the fire signs. We got Sagittarius, which sparks people's minds. Pretty much the way they describe fire signs. I heard it. Who did I hear from? Air. I forgot his name, but yeah, I'll be bumping some of his stuff, man. He's dope. But pretty much the way it was described with the fire signs is like, let's say the Leo would be like your campfire. You know what I'm saying? Like the campfire, everybody huddles around the campfire and they get warm from it. You feel me? So the campfire that's the only reason the campfire is there. So then it could provide that for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And then we got the Aries, which would be like, the way it was described to me, it would be like the flick of, you get two rocks and it's those sparks, like the beginning sparks. So like the original thought is just like so potent, you know what I'm saying? And so Aries, the sparks, like great first idea, like sparks. And then we got the Leo, which would be like the campfire. It needs people to appreciate what it's about. And when it's cold, it's definitely like people are definitely getting a win-win. This is a win-win. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it might be a little bit too much for some people, but just to understand it from like a simplistic way. And then Sagittarius would be like let's say, that fire, right? And the campfire is going, and then like those little sparks, like those little brush fires that could attach onto other things and create a huge fire. So Sagittarius would be like the one who sparks people's minds. You know what I mean? Like yeah, and then so what? That's air, earth, and fire, and then oh yeah, water signs. Water signs. You got the Cancer, which is what I heard is like the like a wave, crashes, like it's that intense, like that emotion is crashes. Then we got Pisces, which is like the shallow end, that it's like the calm waters, which everybody kid can be involved in. And calm waters, like really no disturbances, you feel me? But I also heard more about Pisces that like they got they got different sides to them, you feel me? They could be like extreme like this or extreme like this, but most of the time they understand their group, their friends, and usually they blend in beautifully because they accept what's around them. Cancer, that's like the crash, like they're how they feel, like they might even control a room, like 50 Cent. And then we got the Scorpio. Those would be like the deep oceans, the deep oceans where it's dark and it's like very, very intense. Very, very intense. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, reason I'm even mentioning this or bringing this up at all is because we were in the age of Pisces. And like I said, blending into the structure, blending into how things are, how the business structures are, how the working structures are. Everybody just like got in where they fit in for the longest time. And recently, it's the new age. It's the age of Aquarius now. So now it's the age of information now, you feel me? And now people are sharing all sorts of knowledge. People are not holding things in. If they were part of something that was a secret, like now they're questioning themselves, like, is this something I even want to be a part of? And maybe this is something I should express to the whole world, just so it's better for everybody, like I said, questioning things, the rebellious one. Now that's kind of like in every, like, it's like dipped into everybody's energy, no matter what they are, it's dipped into that energy. So you're going to hear a lot about, the dark forces. You're going to hear about the light forces. You're going to hear about everything in between, and everybody's going to be speaking their piece, and it's going to be more information, and pretty much the structures they all kind of crashed, didn't they? If you think about COVID, there were CEOs who went to work every single day, never saw their wives. Mary, the trophy wife, she was always at home with the kids. The kids never saw their dad, maybe never saw their mom. Girls were, people who were so work focused and not focused on trying to build anything outside their career, like like meaningful connections, were halted. They said, all right, well, you got to be at home. You got to be at home. And you can't come out of the house. So literally everybody's routine completely changed. People now had to face what was part of their immediate surroundings. People had to actually be there, and change their routine completely up. And that right there just opened the floodgates for new experiences, sharing impotent knowledge, hidden knowledge, known knowledge, um, and like I said, people who are so career oriented, they now, if they didn't have anybody to spend time with, especially women, women are emotional. Um, they need their something to focus on. So a lot of women, they were into like the career. That was what they was focused on. They didn't care about anything else. But now they're at home. They like now they feel like, dang, like what was I doing all this for? At the end of the day. And so it really kind of opened everybody's eyes to like what's really important to them. And it was a beautiful thing, and then plus all all the knowledge that people were like, oh, those conspiracy theories. Now we're really realizing like, yo, we should open our eyes because it's getting real out here. And yeah, so we're in the new age. You see, even this information about the marine kingdom is super important. I know about all that. Like who knew that there was agents, coming at you, trying to get you to be a certain way, divert your thinking away from God, so you could be something else. And who knew that there was even a real kingdom down there? Who knew that, if that's real, then everything else is real, If everything else is real, like Bigfoot, werewolves, dogman, all this. And it sounds crazy, don't it? It sounds crazy, but when the angels came down, they mixed with everything. And the Little Mermaid, all sorts of stuff, you feel me? So yeah, be open to learn, and they say what, like the end times and stuff like that, ask God, so you connect with the right things at the end of the day, because it's only gonna it's only gonna get you in a get you one with the Creator. It's gonna make you feel very, very comfortable with what's coming next, and knowing that whatever happens, either God is allowing it to make you stronger, or He got your back regardless. And understanding about Jesus, because Jesus is the truth. He's the truth. He's the truth, man. He's the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very, very glad. I'm very connected with talking about Jesus, because I never really talked about Jesus before. I just talked about God. I talked about, I always saw myself being on the good side. You know what I'm saying? But I never talked about Jesus because I wasn't sure. But I was like, well, I everything I hear, I love it. But the more information that was given to me and asking God for confirmation, it's like, oh man, like this is tight. It is tight that this is what it is. It's tight that this is what it is. It's tight. It's tight. It's tight. Because it's like, yo, like we got a superhero, dog. We got a superhero. And everything that's evil stands no chance and is very terrified of Jesus. Like all the demons like, well, are you gonna banish us into the hell of fire already? They scared because their time is finishing. You feel me? And more indication of that is, look at entertainment. People going on stage representing the devil. People who, people didn't believe people sold these souls. People didn't believe people worship the devil. Like, but if you look at all the rappers, 15 years ago, that would have never happened. That would have never happened. You're not gonna see people repping that. Why? Because that's not how the black community is not gonna accept that. They're just not. I'm like, what? Are you dumb? Right? But now, time has passed by, and they feel like, hey, and even like I was saying before, like how the people who were like part of the light, or people who were part of the darkness, people who were part of the darkness who came to the light, they're like, yo, Jesus is the truth. I was going against children of God, and there was angels around them, because people who were part of darkness, they're given spiritual powers and access to see certain things. So they were able to see the spiritual realm that's around people, and when you pray, it does things that you don't see. Angels come around you and protect you against people who are hating, and people who were sent by the dark side, because they're opposing God so much. They want people to do things that God wouldn't like, so then they don't go to heaven. They're trying to convince people that God doesn't exist. They're trying to get people to be like, who cares? But then they're coming out and being like, everybody who's an ex witch, warlock, whatever, you know what they're part of now? They're all saying, thank you, Jesus. But Jesus was the only one who saved them. Because whenever they failed, or whenever they were about to get punished by the devil, or any of the queen of the coast, the queen of the sea, remember, 75% of the earth? Think about that. 75% of the earth? You're the queen of the sea? Damn. Like, you really ruling stuff around here, huh? That's crazy, because think about it. How many countries do we have? And do we have just one leader for the world? No. For every region, every country, mayor for every city. But there's a queen of the coast, queen of the ocean. And she rules 75% of the world. It's crazy. But what I really like is that even in the Bible, when Satan went up to Jesus and he was trying to offer him riches and property and power, Jesus said, get away from me. It says, get away from me, Satan. It was written. And just remember that it was written. So all the stuff that's going on right now, look in the Bible. How long ago was the Bible written? It was written. And when Jesus comes back, those principalities, the evil ones who are doing their best to turn people away from God and not get to heaven, turn kids away from God and not get to heaven, they're all going to get sent to the lake of fire. And that's why everything is happening the way it's happening. That's why everything is on TV like it's on TV. That's why all the artists are doing what they're doing, because time is running out. And that's what all the ex-witches, ex-warlocks, ex-wizards, they're all saying that because they have meetings with Satan. They have meetings with the devil and all the queen of the oceans. They have meetings with them. And that is what these principalities are telling that's what they were telling, because they were part of the same team. And then so when they are expressing what's going on and they're on Jesus' side now, they're like, and Satan is trying to do everything he can because his time is almost up. So, just a little, little something, just a little conversation, I'm having with my loved ones, my peoples, you feel me? In Jesus' name, we lit, you feel me? Thank you, God. Thank you, archangels. Because, hey, all the fighters in the world, y'all hard, man. You feel me? Y'all hard, man. For real. Like, I love what y'all do. You feel me? All the people who are brilliant, all the people who are talented, all the people who have great energy, charismatic. I love y'all, man. Like, for real. You guys bring more life. I might even say some things the way you say it. You might say some things the way I say it. Because I love it. You feel me? I appreciate y'all, man. And I love all of y'all. Because I love all of me. You feel me? But, yeah, so let's get to this. And people, my guy's saying right here, I'm going to put a link below so you guys could check out the full video for sure. You know what I mean? And, you know what's crazy? So this song I did back in 2011, called Hukupano. That means chicken here. You know what I'm saying? So I put some bars to it, you feel me, a long time ago, like a song that I made. And I had like a rough mix of it this whole time. Ended up going on SoundCloud. And I'm just going on my homies like stuff, you feel me? Just like, hey, this was a hit back in the day. I like that. So I like that. And then oh yeah, I went on one of the producers that I was making music with in Zimbabwe, J Dot. And on his page, he has the song. Bro, I just found out about this. So you know what? Hey, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post that song just so y'all can hear it too. Cause I'm not gonna lie, when I heard it, I was really happy because I was like, yo, I only had the rough mix, bro. Since 2011, my boy. Your boy graduated 2010. That's crazy. You feel me? So, oh no, actually I made that in 2012. So, I'm gonna post it. You feel me? And if you like it, I love it. You feel me? And if you love it, there ain't nothing above it. We swagging. But yeah, check this out. And yeah, rock with your boy, bro. We got a lot on the way. Let's get it.
In fact, witches and wizards, they are initiated in the marine kingdom, and this is how they establish their power on earth. It is even said that witches and wizards, it's almost like they know exactly where you are. It's almost like they have surveillance cameras and they know exactly where you are. That is how deep they can tap into this marine kingdom spirit. Now, it is said that the Queen of the India Sea is the headquarters and the head of this demonic marine kingdom. And then next in line is the Queen of the Coast, which resides along the Atlantic Ocean. But both of them are responsible for the Nephilim spirits that are in the oceans, in the seas, in the lakes, in the rivers, and any other large body of water. In fact, the marine kingdom entails these sexual lust spirits. Now, remember I told y'all in sexual immorality, porn, and STDs video about the spirit husbands and the spirit wives. The spirit husband, the male sex demon incubus, and the female sex demon succubus.
Sex and dreams.
Now, these two demons come from the marine kingdom. This is the reason why homosexuality, this is the reason why pedophilia, this is the reason why adultery, fornication, and all kinds of sexual lust, perversion is so high. In fact, the marine kingdom is responsible for polygamous relationships. See, all of these Hebrew Israelite men in the awakening trying to force women into a lifestyle of polygamy, they are affected with this marine kingdom. They are affected by the marine kingdom spirits, this Nephilim spirit. Now, it is said that in your dream, this male demon, incubus, and this female demon, succubus, they are husbands and wives. Husband spirits, wife spirits. Okay, now the husband, which is incubus, affects the female, and the female demon, succubus, affects the male. In fact, they stop, or what they do is they affect people so much that people can't even get married because of this demon. This demon is filled up with so much demonic power that it actually perverts a marriage also. It can come in between an established marriage and ruin the relationship. In fact, these demonic spirits, this incubus male demon and this succubus female demon, also causes infertility and fibroids, and also causes the woman to have an abnormal pregnancy where the fetus is dispositioned. Also, it causes a woman to bleed vaginally and causes a rupture in her uterus. And then she starts to experience pain. And this actually can kill the woman.
Deep.
So this spirit is very, very heavy. In fact, this demonic kingdom of marine spirits is responsible for sudden business loss, sudden death, sudden suicidal thoughts. This marine kingdom spirit is also responsible for loss of blood in one's body. Loss of blood, also a spirit of rebellion, sexual perversion, suicidal thoughts. Suicidal thoughts, this marine kingdom spirit is responsible for all kinds of issues, pregnancy issues. We have been fighting against these spirits in the marine kingdom unknowingly.
We do not battle against
because
flesh and blood.
What people don't understand about, what we didn't understand about the marine kingdom is that this is where you get the spiritual wickedness in high places. Spiritual wickedness in high places don't only entail high governments, all right? I'm talking about people who sit high up in your places of government and entertainment and all of your places where people make fortunes and they get fame. This marine kingdom spirit also entails this demonic kingdom under the sea, under the ocean, in the lakes, in the rivers, in waterways. Now, this spirit, this demonic marine kingdom spirit, also what it does is it latches on to churches, schools. It latches on to pastors, and this causes the church to suffer because the pastor is affected by this marine kingdom spirit, and it affects his congregation, and thus they can't grow spiritually. Oh, I mean, it just gets deep. It gets deep. Also, we must understand that one of the reasons why this marine kingdom spirit is so intense and so pervasive is because 70% of the earth is covered by water, is covered by the seas.
Most of the world.
Now, it is also not by coincidence that our bodies are 75% water. So that means that we can definitely be affected, or we have definitely been affected by these marine kingdom spirits unknowingly, because our body needs water. So now the water has to come from somewhere. So now this water that we consume, this water that we drink, could be connected to one of these waterways. And here's where, and then on top of the water that we drink, we're getting fluoride, which makes us docile. So not only does it make us docile, it makes us hostile. It's just so much that entails this marine kingdom spirit. And this is none other than the fallen angel spirit, the fallen angels who have mixed in with these sea creatures, with these fish. And they have rehybridized these sea creatures. Also, here's where it gets deep, because it is even said by this ex-wizard. He says that there are principalities and there are powers. Now, there are 4 principalities, because he gave the hierarchical structure of these powers and these principalities. Now, he says there are 4 principalities. One principality controls 50,000 demons and other uncountable spirits of destruction. He says there are 8 powers. Each power controls 20,000 demons and responsible for other uncountable destructive spirits. This is serious, because this is all in our entertainment. This is all in our music, in our movies, in our TV shows. This is everywhere, even in sports. Why do you think that the NBA players are so tall like they are? They're trying to get us used to giants. But now when we go back to this marine kingdom spirit, just look at the movies that have come out. The movie Leviathan, the movie that came out in the year 2000, What Lies Beneath. Then you also have the cartoon from Disney, Little Mermaid. So they was already getting us hooked in and getting us a program for the idea of these creatures being rolled out in the last day, and we would accept these creatures. Right,
it's gonna be normal.
Getting us used to it. Now, who does this? The elite. Again, how do they do it? They do it through movies, through predictive programming, through cartoons. This is how they are getting us used to the end time Nephilim spirit. And again, the fish never died from the flood. So what has been happening is these fallen angels, they have just been rehybridizing for over 6,000 years. So just imagine the kingdom, the marine kingdom, and just imagine all of the hybrid fallen angel spirits and these fish. Yeah, you got to get that. Now, it is said that in every 100 cases of divorce, 96% of these marriages are affected by these marine kingdom spirits.
Do not battle against flesh and blood.
Because remember, I told you, the perversion creeps in. So now if you want to know the reason why we have a high rate of divorce, it's because of these marine kingdom spirits.